Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com. We've got a big winner coming up for tonight. We also got a nice premium play card for Tuesday. And what the heck is this? February the 18th. There's a reason why one team peaked early and the other is peaking now in the game tonight. We explain. We also fade a team that's benefited from a good fortune early and a bit of an easier schedule. We also have a fantastic NBA lock. The linesmakers are going to give us a gift. We've got to take it. Time-proven system does apply tonight, one that many of you have won with us for quite some time. We've got systems that we've got loyal clients out there that go back to our score phone days that have literally won going back well into last century. But that's part of a 2-0 sweep on the premium plays for tonight. Joe Duffy's picks at OffshoreInsiders.com. Tonight we have a free bonus selection. Occasionally on a Saturday, for example, we might give away a premium pick as a free pick, but this is a bonus pick. Clemson minus a 3.5 against NC State. Very tough bounce-back game for NC State. They're playing just 3 days after nearly knocking off undefeated and #1 Syracuse. North Carolina State's benefited from some good fortune going 8-3 in games decided by single digits, 5-2 in games decided by 5 or less. So they could easily have a much worse record. And remember, we tell you time and time again, the single most overrated statistic when it comes to handicapping the spread outcome is the one-loss record. Now, true, the Tigers are off of some tough, fairly tough losses themselves, but they're not the team that's hitting the road after nearly upsetting the top-ranked undefeated team. That's a much tougher bounce-back situation. If Clemson wasn't in any type of tough situation, it may have risen to the level of a premium play. But keep in mind, they're 10-2 straight up at home, and they're facing a team that's under 500 straight up on the road, which includes a 1-point win, not to mention a very unimpressive 4-point struggle at UNC Greensboro. They didn't even have to travel that far. Now, despite the good fortune, the Wolfpack is just a half game better than Clemson in the straight-up measurement, so that's why we tell you it's very deceptive. And the overall mark, as they're both 500 in conference, Tigers are slightly better team, in fact. They just haven't had good fortune. And home court in basketball is generally worth about 5 points. So they're getting a cover here. Very good value. Your pick is to go with Clemson. Again, 2-0 sweep tonight. I know, oh, man, we just had a heartbreaker last night. 4.5-point underdog, failing to cover in overtime. I don't know if it gets more painful than underdogs failing to cover in overtime. And especially, 4.5 is a fairly big underdog insofar as when a game goes in undertime. But whatever. We still win long-term. Lady luck not always on our side, but man, skill is always on your side. Joe Duffy's picks at OffshoreInsiders.com, www.offshoreinsiders.com.